Okay?
Good.
Okay. So we are in Torah Nun Daled 54. And we learned that we have to keep our memory, not to forget that there's Olam Haba. Why? Because when we know that there is Olam Haba, the world to come, the coming world, yeah. So we make in the Yichud of Hashem Elokai, of the name of Havaya, Yudke Vavke, which is the name of mercy, and the name of Elokim, which is the name of Din, of judgment. And when we put them together, this is the full name of Hashem. That's how he calls it. So we have to remember, and to be careful not to forget. Not only to remember, but be careful not to forget. Not to let anything make us forget what we know. And this is, we're doing it when we wake up, straight away, we say, מודה לי לפניך, מלך חי וקיים, שהחזרת בי נשמתי בחבלה. I thank you, Hashem, that you gave me my soul back after she went up when I was asleep. And then during the day, looking for Hashem, what Hashem does, like I go, I pray, I ask, I get. This is Abraham. I go, I pray, I ask, I don't get. This is Ehud. Yeah? But what do I get? I don't get the physical thing I asked for. But there's a very known prayer of Rabbi Aaron from Kivlich. That he was a very, very poor man. We cannot imagine, how poor there was these people. You come in the winter, in the Russian winter. It's not the Israeli winter, yeah. And the walls are frozen with ice because they didn't have money to buy wood to warm the house. And still they went to the mikveh. The mikveh also was cold, okay, we went to a cold mikveh. Okay, it's hard, it's not easy, but straight away where we run into the hot shower. And then to a hot Bet Knesset or house, whatever. He didn't have a coat. So he prayed to Hashem, please Hashem, I need a coat. And if you think I don't need a coat, let me understand I can get along without a coat. Yeah, the same he prayed for a bed. He didn't have a bed, so he prayed, I need a bed. But if you think I can go without it, so let me understand I can go without it. And in the end of his life, he said, I passed my life without a coat and without a bed. That's how because Hashem knew he doesn't need it, but he gave him the power to take it. So it's also a present from Hashem. Your prayer got answered. You have to look. Yeah, you look on someone that he prays and tells you, oh wow, I got a new house, I got a new car, I got a new job, I got whatever I got. I am not getting answered. You do, but not in the same way that your friend gets answered. But you do get answered because you get the power to cross your life and to do whatever you have to do with the tools that you with the physical tools that you have. He needs to pass his life. He needs a big house. Like I went to a friend of mine to ask him to help me, and he has a big house. He has a big house. You go into the house and there's a big room and there's a very big kitchen, and when you go like this, there's the mikveh with the shower and with everything, and you go up the stairs and there's the office with 2 small rooms for the secretaries. Yeah, it's a big place. He needs it. It's not that because I saw he has such a big place, straight away I have to I don't need a place like this. I don't need it. What do I need? That I would have to pay someone to clean it. You know, he makes money, and he needs this place to make money because he doesn't want to go out on the streets. So he has everything next to his house. The office is there, so he needs it. That's how he's making his living, and he's given a lot of tzedakah. So he needs it for his work, for the reason he came to this life. He needs it. I don't need it. So I have to look how Hashem takes care of me every day and in everything that is in my life, and then then I can understand the coming world that is always coming. The spiritual world is always coming. Okay, then we said don't go too far with this business because you can go too far, and become a prophet without being a real prophet. So be careful. You have to be careful. Look at the clues. Look at how Hashem speaks to you, but be careful. Then we learned about that we have to keep our eye from having a bad eye, have a good eye on everyone. Be happy for everything that happens. Like now, they're building the Ramah Gimel. I look at it, I say, wow, it's amazing. They're finishing. It's built. People are soon going to go into the houses. I don't know who, but it's Jewish guys going to come. They're going to live there. They're going to live in Eretz Israel. They're going to have a nice house, a nice view. I have something to be happy for them. Have a good eye, have a good eye for them. But you cannot buy a house there. No. I'm the manager of the world, There's a manager. There's someone is managing in this world, It's God, Hashem. So he decided that these guys are going to have the houses in Ramah Gimel, and this in Ramah Bet, and this in the Old Bet Shemesh, and this in Jerusalem, and this we will have to rent. We have to rent the house. Each one has to have a good eye on your friend. Like if my friend become much better Talmid Chochem and much higher tzaddik, it's good for me that he is a tzaddik, that he is a Talmid Chochem. It's good for me that he is rich. It's good for me personally. It's good. The more Jewish people have good life, it's better for the poor Jewish people. Why? Because they can go. Look now what's happening in America. The economy goes down. All the guys that goes to ask for money, they don't know where to go. But at the time the American Jews did have money, they had where to go. They didn't have money, they didn't make money, but they could go somewhere else to ask. And if their brothers don't have money, so it's bad for them. So I have to be happy. I have to be happy it's good for me. Okay. Then we learned about Abba Shaul, to catch the point of truth. The truth is the stamp of Hashem in this world, and when I see the truth and I admit the truth, I connect myself to Hashem. And then we learned about the imagination. We had a big shiur about it. I love this subject, the imagination, because this is the point of our generation. It's the imagination. There never was such a big business, all the movies, the television, the internet, the everything goes on the imagination. The mod, the mod is everything is just imagination. Be careful. You have to be careful because you can see that even someone that is already close to the truth and wants to be with the spiritual world, the coming world, and want to live with Hashem, and wants to understand that the good and the bad is one, even this guy, he can make mistakes. Like we gave the example that we look out of the window to the field and we see someone runs after someone else with a knife in his hand. He's going to kill him, he called the police, and the guy's there, and he catches him, and he puts him on the floor, and he takes a snake of his head and cut the head of the snake. And I was sure he was running to kill him. Why? Because it was too far, I couldn't see the snake. Yeah? So, the coming world is far away from us. The spiritual world is far away from us. So I cannot see good. Then we go to this point. What is this point? וכוח המדמה בא על ידי לשון הרע. Up to now we learned about the eyes. Yeah? I have to remember the memory and the connection of the memory with the eyes. Now he puts this new understanding, וכוח המדמה בא על ידי לשון הרע. I have to be careful not to make mistakes with my eyes. I have to be careful to look good, to keep my heart good. But what creates the imagination, the power of the imagination, the bad power of the imagination, is the lashon hara. Is when I speak wrong about someone. And this takes us to the story of the son of the king and the son of the shifcha, maiden?
The maid, yeah.
Maid that was swapped. There was the queen had to give birth, and the maid has to give birth, and the nurse that helped them give birth, she changed between the two babies. She gave the baby of the queen to the maid, and the baby of the maid to the queen. So now each one is growing not in his place. The son of the king grows in the house of the maid, of the slave, and the son of the maid, grows in the house of the king. And you see that something is wrong. Something, what has changed? Now they grew up, there are two young men. What is changed? You call him the prince, you call him the slave. What changed here? The only thing that was changed is the name. The son of the king is the son of the king. Nothing changed in him. The son of the slave is the son of the slave. Nothing changed with him. Only you change his name. That's all. And when you change someone's name, and he believes this is his name, he behaves like it. Take a kid, you see the kid, they grow up, they're happy all the time. Why? Small kid, how the world treats them. Oh, beautiful, everybody tells them how beautiful they are, how clever they are, how sweet they are. Yeah? Everybody, no one tells them, a kid of a year, 2 years, 3 years, no one tells them, oh, you're a bad boy. In normal families I'm speaking about, yeah? Normal families, no, oh, you're a bad boy. Oh, you're sweet, oh, sweet. Oh. Even grandma, grandpa, look at that, sweet. He grows up. Imagine everyone that meets you says, oh, Abraham, you're so sweet. We love you. Look at your face. Yeah? It goes like this. Why? Because when you tell someone he's good, you call him. You are sweet. You are good. You are happy. He becomes. That's the names. That's the only change that happened with the son of the king and the son of the slave. The change of the names. So everybody smiles for the king, smiles for them, and he tells you how good he is. So he becomes, yes, I'm something, I'm worthy, and the son of the slave, you're a slave, he feels like this. But really, inside, nothing has changed. It means if I had bad life, For example, someone, he grew up in a hard family, and in a hard neighborhood. I can feel myself. If I believe in the spiritual world, so I can feel myself. I'm not bad. I'm poor. Maybe I'm ugly. I don't know. Maybe I'm ugly, but I'm not bad. I have good talents. I have good. What do you say? Ishiyut. Okay. Personality. I have a good personality. I'm good. I'm okay. I'm not the most cleverest guy in the world, but I can be I can work. I can work in a shop. I can make my living. I don't have to be a criminal to make my living. Even if he was born in the worst place. If he looks inside himself and decide this is who I am, he will be. And it can be the world say a decent man and a normal person if he wants. And if he believes in this, because what? The only thing that is changed is the names. And now, this is the lesson. What is the lesson from this part in here? The full name of Hashem is Rachamim and Din. Is mercy and judgment. Together, at the same time. How can it be? Someone calls you, come closer. Which give you one? No, I love you. You love me, so why do you treat me like this? How can I understand it? With the seichel, with logic mind, you cannot understand it. With the spiritual power that we have, we can understand it. We can understand that even that life is hard for us, there's a reason for it, and it's good for me. And it brings me up. Most learning that we learn is when we fall down. When we have hard times. Even in a job, someone goes to be a plumber. Okay, so he goes, he learns. Where does he learn, really? When he starts working. He made this mistake, and the older plumber comes to him, and he don't do like this. He won't forget this lesson. Yeah? Why? Because he tried, he failed, he was ashamed from the customers, they didn't want to pay him, and the old guy just came, and said, no, you do like this and like this, and everything is okay. He won't forget this lesson. So the time that I fell down, it's the best lesson. Now open your eyes. What happened to most people? They get uptight. It's not in my honor, to fall down. I'm not God, but I'm second. I'm his manager. I'm his, You're not. You're a simple guy, and every man makes mistakes, and you're part of the people that makes mistakes. So you made a mistake. Be straight, look at the mistake, understand why did I make this mistake? How do I fix now the mistake? And what is the way not to fall again to this mistake? That's all. You don't have to be panicked. You don't have to be ashamed. You don't anything, So people are laughing. But why people are laughing? Because they enjoy it. They're not alone with the mistakes. There's someone else that made a mistake. I'm not by myself. But why should I be excited because they're laughing? So the chesed, the tzedakah Hashem did with us to give names. Okay? To give names. One of the names, I want to speak about the house. I'm telling a house. Don't something it's big, it has walls, and it has a roof, and it has even this I cannot say, because a wall is the name of the wall, and a roof is the name of the roof. Everything is built out of names, and the name is what it is. Yeah? Okay. That's what you think. The name is what it is. Okay. Yeah? A chair. I'm saying a chair. Yeah, chair. Same. Plastic chair. Now I understand what is a chair. I understand a little bit what is the physical chair. That's all. Now it's plastic. Plastic you made out of oil, right? You make it, it comes out of oil. Yes? Okay. You know how the plastic is built? Yeah, there's atoms. Yeah? What is atom? It's there's one point inside, and there's neutron and proton running around. Why are they running? Why are they running? Why, if it's all the same, so plastic is not wood. How come there's wood? How come there's cement and metal? If it's all one point inside and neutron and proton running around it. Why? Because it depends how fast they run. Right? And how close they connect one to each other. That one, if it's hard, if it's soft, if it's flexible, it depends. Who decided? So there's research in Israel that they think they got to the point, that there's a fourth member in this three, that he decides how fast everything goes, and they call it the godliness point.
The God particle.
The God particle. Yeah, that's what they call it. Instead of saying God created everything, they go. Oh, now we understand. But I don't understand anything. Really, I don't understand what is a chair. I understand this physical thing is a chair, but how it's built, I don't understand. And when I understand that I don't understand anything, just I want to be comfortable, to live in a world that I don't understand anything and I don't know anything. It's very hard, But so I feel comfortable. A chair is a chair. That it builds out of a neutron, proton, blah, 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 blah. Everything is logical. It's okay. I understand what's going on. Think really, I don't understand anything. Coming back to Hashem, the names of Hashem, I know the name of Yudke Vavke is the name of mercy, and the name of Elokim is the name of judgment. Who is inside this name? I don't have any word to say. I can say he's endless. That's what I can say. But I don't have anything to say about him. But you have to understand, all the world is built out of this spiritual power that we cannot say one word about him. We can find the name, the godly particle. Yeah. We can find the name for it. Again, it's a name. What is it? I don't know. But the name give me the feeling that I know, I understand, and everything stands in place. And then I can live inside it. And this is the chesed that Hashem did. Inside of this chesed is the din, is the judgment. Why? Because you cover. When I think I understand everything, I forget that I don't understand anything. I forget that I cannot do anything by myself. That for everything I need Hashem. You can open the window.
Hello.
Yeah, thank you. Oh. Good, good. So inside the big chesed Hashem did with us, that He gave names for everything, there's a big din inside it. And I have to break it. Now, what is Lashon Hara? Lashon Hara is when I give a different name to something. This man did something bad. Who said? It looks for you that it's bad. What he did, you saw him give him. I use a lot of, one of the face, over the face. A kid runs, and he gave him pug. He's a vicious guy. He's a hard guy. Okay, you saw something. I go and tell Avram, you saw, this Chaim, he's hitting all the kids all the kids. You saw him hitting one kid, and you don't know why. He's hitting all the kids. Go to him, Chaim. What happened? No, this kid is crazy. He wanted to cross the road. Without looking. Nowhere. He's just running. I shouted to him, stop. He didn't stop. So I had to give him. I couldn't stop him any other way. So it's much better to get one over the face than be run by a car. So first find out what happened there. Yeah? Why did he do it? Okay, he did, you saw someone taking someone else's siddur for you. Someone else take his siddur. He prepared his place, he brought in a chumash, he brought the siddur, someone comes, takes it away. Very nice of you. Listen, you don't do it, no, not in our with Knesset anyway, maybe, I don't know, other places it's normal, but, someone brought his books, let him have his books. No, I'm taking it. Why do you do it? It's none of our business. No, it's not because it's my business, it's interesting. Listen, this guy, every time I come, I put my books, he takes it. I want to show him one time how it feels. One time, I want to let him feel how I feel when I come, I fix my place, I just go out, I want to wash my hands or whatever, he takes my books. Every time he does it to me. One time I want to, and then you caught me on this time. I don't know, not everything I see, I understand what I see. So before I start speaking bad about someone, I have to understand. Why? Because if I speak bad about him, I change his name. When I change his name, I created the imagination. I created lie. For who? First of all, for me. For myself. I don't live on the path of truth. I live on the path of lie. Yeah, even someone that did something really against me. If I judge him favorably, he made a mistake, he thought that I took his books, he thought that I made him something, I don't know what happened with him, But I try to think before I judge him, and especially before I speak about him. But when I speak wrong, I created the imagination. This is what he says here, והכוח המדמה בא על ידי לשון הרע. You create the כוח המדמה. The chesed is, the big chesed of the names, is that Hashem created names for him. Even that he cannot really be in his name, and like we understood now, no one can go no spiritual being can go into a name, a real name. The chair is only the name of the outside, of the physical build of the chair. But it's not the name of the chair itself, or what the chair is made out of the spiritual power I don't have the name for this spiritual power. So the chesed is that Hashem gave us a power to call His name. And in this Likutei that I cannot put my hand on, for me it's normal. When I need something, I cannot put my hand on it. So I'm used to it. It's okay, Baruch Hashem. Hashem gave me another chesed that I remember. So He said, by the names, I can relate to Hashem. Yeah, because I say here Hashem did chesed with me. He did something good that I can understand it's good. It's not a good in the way of judgment, that He give me a punishment, but the punishment is good for me. No, it's good, what I can understand good. Yeah, Baruch Hashem, I have a roof over my head, I have something to eat on my plate. It's good, that I can understand it's good. Yeah? And He gave me the connection to Him with the deen, something doesn't go right. What wrong did I do? What did I do right? I can't find. I'm a good man. There's nothing wrong with me. Nothing wrong with me. Maybe Hashem made a mistake. He made a mistake. He gives you a hard life for nothing. He didn't do anything. No. So you come to Hashem and says, listen, Hashem, I know that you are right. Not only I know that you are right, I know that you are right and I am wrong. I know. But I don't know where I'm wrong. Can you help me understand where I'm wrong? And can you help me fix it and be good? Give me the names to put my hand on. When you tell me I'm wrong, I'm bad. I'm not so bad. I'm not so good. I'm not so bad. Give me the point. Give me the name. Where and the big chesed in the name is that I have the intelligence. This is the words of Rabbi that it's in this book, 500 pages. Yeah, on one of the pages, he says that Hashem gave the names and gave us the intelligence to know and to believe that there is someone that is powerful, that He's handling, managing all the world. And He's the root of everything what happens in this world. He didn't say He gave us a power to believe. He gave us the power to know and to believe. I know that there is a Hashem. I know that there's God here. I know. So I believe. You believe, I don't believe in such things. You don't know. It's not that you don't believe, you don't know. I know. It's too much. Right? It's too much. No. Up to now I was educated that I am a believer. I believe religious guy believes that there's God. Now Rabbi Natan tells me, no. So what is the example that I thought about? That now they don't use it. I don't know why it didn't go over the law, but they have something they put on the chair of the car, and when the thief go in, it holds him. It's חשמל נמוך, במתח נמוך. It's a low power of electricity. So low power, it doesn't give you a shock, it holds you. So you sit on a chair and you cannot get up. You cannot get up. Until the police come or someone comes and... But now I know something is holding me. I don't know what, but I know something. I don't have to believe something is holding me. I don't know what it is, but something is holding me. Okay. Now someone tells you it's a special way of using electricity. So now you know what holds you. Electricity. You know what is electricity. Again, it's something mystic. Electricity is something mystic. I know what it does. It gives light. It can warm. If I put my hand inside I know what it does, but I cannot say what it is. Again, the scientists will say it's electrons and protons and blah, 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 all these things, but they can't. What it is. So I know there's electricity, and I know this is what it does. In the same way, I know there's Hashem, and I know what He does. Yeah? For sure, we have to start with the belief, because the understanding is 7 stages lower than our belief. So the higher I take my belief, the higher I put the imagination, the good imagination. Hashem is the root and the power of everything that is happening here in this world. Then I will get the knowledge that I know this happened because Hashem helped me. I know. Like Abraham came inside, where do you Hashem gave me. Bah. Hashem gave me. What kind of answer is it? Hashem gave me. Hashem gave me. You believe Hashem gave you, but you went to the shop and you bought it, Hashem gave me. With kids, it's very interesting, with kids. The grandparents come to the parents, and they give them 100 shekel, and the mother or father, they go and buy the grandchildren something and say, this grandpa gave it to you. No, you gave it to me. No, but grandpa gave me the money and asked me to buy it for you. So grandpa gave it to you. He cannot do it. You bought it. I went with the shop with you, and you bought it and you gave it to me. You gave it to me. Why should I say thank you to my grandfather or grandmother? It doesn't go. It cannot go on this stage. After this, we believe, okay, my father told me, okay, I go and say thank you. I don't understand why do I say, but and then I can go higher, like we went to where, I don't remember, again, small kids. I don't remember, one of our kids, so she calls my wife Ima, mother. So the kid looks at her, mother, it's not mother, it's grandma. For me, it's my mother. No, it's grandma. No, it's my mother. And I have a mother. The grandfather still has a... No. You don't know what you're talking about, these adults, they got confused somewhere, It's hard, for the kids, they don't understand all these relations and how does it work. We are in the same place. We cannot understand the relation and how does it work, how Hashem from all these heights went so low. But when we get the real intelligence, the spiritual intelligence, to touch the spiritual life that we have here in this world, then we know. I believe my spiritual intelligence, I believe it. I believe I know. No, I have a friend he's not religious. A week I wanted to call him. After a week he called me. I'm not, telepathy and all this kinds, but there's some kind of I told him, wow, I was going to call you, and he's like the anti-religious, the worst that can be. So, so we have some connection. What's some connection? What kind of connection? You don't believe in anything spiritual, How come there's connection? When we didn't see each other for 17 years, we called sometimes, we spoke on the telephone. How come, we have a spiritual connection? We have a connection. If it's not spiritual, for sure there's a connection. There's connection between people, the connection between, sometimes you want to throw something out of the house. And your wife, we threw what we call the sofa, we threw it out, and one of the kids started crying. She came from school, and it wasn't there. She started crying. She says, "Why? What happened?" I loved the sofa. She loved it. She was connected to what, to an old schmate. To what? All the memories all the games all the how do you call the Neidodim, all the cousins that came, all the friends that came, and all the spiritual power that was there in the sofa. Now she had to connect out of it, So the name, we just say sofa. For her, sofa was all this imagination that connected to the sofa. So we have to know the name gives me the imagination, the picture of what it is. And if I say something wrong, it goes into the box of the Lashon Hara. And I change the reality. Whose reality? Especially my reality. But like we said before, when you say to someone, you are bad, you are bad, you are bad, you kill him. You kill him. It's as simple as that. You just kill him. I think there's in American English, chutznikim, what you say, that it's not derech eretz, it's being polite. Hello, how are you? Everything's okay? Yeah? Wow, it's a nice weather today. Yeah? You can catch it as a lie, but if you do it out of your heart, it can be a very big thing. Because when you smile to someone, say, hello, what do you mean? You're a nice person. I like you. You're giving me your spiritual power. You give it to him. Hello, how are you? Everything's good. Oh, it's nice weather. Yeah? I give him something out of myself. Yeah? Just do it. Do it seriously. Not because it's polite to do it like this. Not because everybody is doing like this. Yeah? Because this is it. I have to tell you a story. That it's a very big story about the king. One of the kings had a son, and he took someone to teach him. So out of hundreds of people that came over, he chose one of them. And when this guy wrote his Korot Chaim,
memoir.
Huh?
Memoir, diary.
No, when he writes I want to get this job, so he writes
resume.
Resume, yeah. When he wrote his resume, he said, of course, good things about it. He said, I'm specialist in horses, in diamonds, and understanding people. Understand who is the guy. Okay, so he started teaching him there. One time the son of the king says, I want to buy myself a horse, it's right that I will have a very special horse. Let's go. You said you're an expert, let's go. So they're going, and he sees, wow, beautiful horse, strong, and so I want this horse. He says, no, you don't buy it. This horse is a killer. He says, why? Look, he goes with a rope after his master. Okay, ask his master to ride him. So he asked him, I said, no, I said, I'm the son of the king. Ride this horse. So he rides this horse, and the horse is running, and then he starts jumping around, threw him off of his back, and fed on him, and killed him. Wow, he says, wow, you're an expert, yeah? Okay, they bought the horse, and the prince gave his educator, he gave him something, $1,000, whatever, he gave him something. He saved him from death. Okay, after this he said, one day the king is going to die. I thought about my crown. I want to go buy diamonds. Let's go and buy diamonds. So he looks around. These are good diamonds. He says, no. This is glass. It's nothing. So, no, it's the best. Look, everybody says it's the best. So he takes one of them, throw it on the floor. It breaks, wow. Saved my pocket from millions, okay? He gives him another, okay. Yeah, so the prince says to him, I saw that you're good in these two out of three things. You said you're an expert, so tell me who I am. So he tells him, you're an adopted kid. He says, what? He says, you are not the son of the king, He adopted you. The king doesn't have son, doesn't have kids. Okay, he got shocked after he saw it twice. He was right. He runs to his father, to his king. Tell me the truth. I want to know the truth. I'm your son or not? Yes, for sure. No, I want to know the truth. Yeah, I said, no, we didn't have kids, so we went to Italy, far from our country, and we found a baby that didn't have parents, and we took him. When he comes to his master, he says to him, how did you know? So he says to him, listen, I saved your life from death. I saved your pocket from a big loss, And in Kriyat Shema we said, someone loves his life more than his money. Some love his money more than his life. But it's all this or that, So when I saved your life from death with the horse, and you gave me $1,000, it's not a present of a king to give $1,000 to someone that saved his life. Yeah, it's nothing. So okay, maybe you love your money more than you love your life. And then when I saved your money, and you gave me again $1,000, this is not a present of a king. So you are not a king. That's how I knew. You have to get some place. You have to give me something big, because this is who you are. So I see the name. The name is diamonds. It's not diamonds. It's glass. I call it diamonds, but it's glass. The name is a good horse. It's not a good horse. It's a bad horse. The name is the prince. It's not a prince. Yeah. So really, the name, if it's the real name, it's everything. But if it's the wrong name, it's a big lie. It's a big lie. And then I don't live in the reality, And this is what it says, the America, big America, when someone rich comes to you, oh, I know. How he became rich. So many people go into business, and so few become rich. How did he was so clever? So Amar Movitz, Sometimes the factory has problems, and you don't see what the problems. So you bring someone from outside to find out and to help. So that was his job. So after 2 months he was there in the factory, he gathered all the big managers. So he started asking, who are you? He said, me, I'm the administrator of all this factory. I learned in this university and this university. I have these titles and this title. Who are you? Me, I'm the engineer of all the machines here. I'm the head. I learned that. Who are you? And everyone tells what he learned and how special he is and how clever he is and go on. And who is the owner of all this factory? So nobody could say anything. It was a Jewish guy that was a young boy when the Holocaust started. So he didn't go to school, and he came to America, and he started, and he became a big businessman, and he couldn't even write. He signed like this with his finger. So they couldn't say anything. Who is he? He's nothing. But he's the Barabai. After all, he's nothing really. He didn't learn in the university and he doesn't know. He's not anything. But he's the Barabai. So he told them. He told them this. He didn't learn anywhere. But he is the Barabai. He is the owner. He has the power to hold all of you together. And you have to understand, the engineer, without the head administrator, couldn't do anything. The head administrator, without the workers, couldn't do anything. Someone has to be the head of all the business to put all the business together that it will work. And you're only part. But he is the head of all the factory. Where are his talent? Where did he get his talent from? Nowhere. Looks like nowhere. Nowhere. We must say so that God gave him this power to do it, and this understanding how to do it. How can a simple man speak to this great engineer and to this great all these university guys? How can he? He spoke to them and he told them what to do and how to do and when to do and when to go home. He told them everything. Why? Because he wasn't afraid of the name. He looked inside. Who are you? You have a name outside advertising. Yeah, I'm the big man, I'm the big shot, but who are you? Really, who are you? What is your real name? Your real name is a worker. You are not a balabait. You are a worker. You are a special worker. You are a good worker, but you are a worker. You're not an owner. An owner is me. I am an owner. You are a worker, and you are a worker, and you're good workers. You're talented. You're expert. You're מקצועי, professional. Okay. But you are not a balabait. You cannot be a balabait. So this is when I find the real name of the man, and then a real name of situation, a real name of a place. And there's a big, small book, Chafetz Chaim, that we have to learn it, again and again and again and again. And then we get into the spiritual power of the words, that we can speak a truth. And when we are not sure that this is the truth, we don't speak. And this is the truth that I cannot speak now. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen v'Amen. יישר כוח.